Okay, so here we are for round 3. Let's take a quick look and see what our opponent is playing. So it looks like he's white something. Might even be potentially mono white, I suppose. Well, I suppose we'll find out here in a moment. So he's green white. Okay. See if we can find any kind of tricks here. We know he has a Hydra and a Sarah Angel. Okay. He's got a few flyers. Okay. So this hand looks just fine. Looks like he is going to be on the draw. We're definitely happy to play first. Here we could trade the veteran for the companion, but I think we'd rather not, just because we're going to be bashing in, and I think we could potentially be racing quite well. So I think we're actually just going to take the damage here. There's not too many bloodthirst in green. Like, he could have the crocodile here, but it's not a card I'm too worried about. So now we can just drop Griffin, bash for 7, and start racing. Then next turn we can shut down his companion by dropping Griffin. Here we're still condemned to race. I mean, we drop to 12. He plays a big guy. We drop our Griffin. We can shut down his companion. We bash back for 10. And then Spirit Mantle should do the trick, assuming he doesn't have tricks. Like, he could have the Plummet to blow us out here, but we will see. Okay, so Giant Spider's pretty good. So now, got a few options. We could just drop Griffin, bash for 4. I kind of like that. Otherwise, what we could do here is we could throw on a Divine Favor onto our Veteran, and then drop a Mantle onto our Griffin, bash for 4, 8, 12, get him to 1. You know, I mean, we're going to gain life off the Divine Favor. I actually kind of like that play. Like, that way, if he doesn't deal with the Griffin next turn, it's pretty much game over. So I think we're going to do that. However, if he has a way to deal with Griffin, you know, we could just lose. Yeah, I think that's still the right play, actually. Alright, so we favor up this guy, mantle the Griffin. Or we could actually just favor our Griffin, mantle the Veteran. Doesn't really matter. I kind of like that play a little bit more, actually. Yeah. So now we connect for 8. Or I guess he's going to try to just do 15 to us this turn? Not really sure how he's going to... Okay. Alright, so white-green. Definitely want to bring in Combust. Didn't see any artifacts. Other cards that might be worth bringing in. The Dignitary does a fair amount of work, basically just in stopping his Garrick's Companion. It can shut down some of his guys. So we're bringing Combust for sure. What else do we cut here? I think actually we cut Manolith here once again, just because we're in a situation where we sort of need to race a little bit. Like we could bring in the Bonebreaker. Bonebreaker might actually be better than the Griffins, but I mean we have Griffin Rider, and I like the synergy there. So if we bring in Dignitary, what do we cut though? I'm actually not sold on Dignitary. I think maybe we just want the second Combust. We could alternatively bring in like Crown of Empires to tap his guys down. But we have a fair amount of tapping going on just like with our Arbalest Elite. I suppose, I mean, we could potentially cut like one of our creatures to bring in the second Combust. Like we really want to have an answer to Serra Angel is the problem. However, if he just draws green creatures, it's kind of a dead card, so this is sort of a tough choice. What does Fireslinger do for us in this match? Not too much. I mean, he turns on the Berserkers, he turns on the Blood Ogre. Okay, never mind, that's not true. He's still pretty good. I think we just run it like this, honestly. Like, we don't want, the extra dead card, but it's really hard to know sort of what to cut there. And this hand is just fine. So I guess he wants us to be on the play, which we are certainly fine with. I really think that this is a format where you want to be on the play. I mean, I suppose you can, make an argument for playing on the draw, but I'm not sure I agree with that. Yep. So now we just bash in and then drop our Blood Ogre so he can't attack with his Garrick's Companion, which we're fine with. Because, I mean, you gain so much from Bloodthirst. Like, the tempo gain... Alright, yeah, he just gave us the match right there. So, I mean, basically, the tempo that you gain from Bloodthirst far outweighs the card advantage you get from drawing. I just don't see the comparison. So, just because of that mechanic. Otherwise, in a regular sealed format, I think that the advantage goes to basically be on the draw. But because of that, specific mechanic, if you can abuse it, you can really just take the game away very quickly. So we will see you for the final round, round 4 here in just a moment.